Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ali Syabirin, and right now we gonna explain our company's Excel dashboard. So our company's name is Aksi Home Decor Senyum Berhad. Our company's have 5 branches, and for every branches we have 11 employees including the managers. Next, for the product, we have 41 types of product which categorized into 13 categories. So right now we're gonna explain the Excel dashboard for our companies for the year 2021. So let's go.
Okay, so Assalamualaikum and greetings to Sir Hisham and to my fellow groupmates. Okay, so today I would like to present our first dashboard, which is the trend of sales by month starting from January to December of 2021. Okay, so in the first quarter of the year, which is January to March 2021, our company had a good start in January with sales amounting to 36,852 ringgit 10 cents, which the total sales continued to increase by 13.16% in February, making it for the total of February is 41,710 cents, but it got a bit slower by 3.48% in March, which is by 40,249 ringgit and 20 cents. Alright, so the second quarter, which is April until June of 2021, it shows a few drastic changes in the total sales. Okay, so the total sales kept steady in April with 41,135 ringgit 20 cents. Then it shoot up by 31.84% in May, which is 54,102 ringgit 30 cents. Okay, so however, our company had the lowest figures in the year as the total sales suddenly dropped by 51.19% in June, which is 26,407 ringgit 50 cents. Next, our company tried to get back on track by the third quarter, which is from July to September of 2021. Right, the total sales gradually increased by 50.69% in July, making it 39,792 ringgit 90 cents, and 5.13% in August, which is 41,832 ringgit 80 cents as in September. The total sales slightly decreased by 7.15%, which is 38,840 ringgit 90 cents. Okay. So lastly, the total sales were in a stable condition in the fourth quarter from October to December 2021, starting with an increase to 39,714 ringgit 50 cents in October. Then the sales continued to increase by 11.93% in November, making it 44,454 ringgit at the end of the year. Right. So our company managed to increase our total sales by 4.02%, amounting to 46,241 ringgit and 40 cents. Okay, so the next dashboard, which shows the analysis of commissions received by our salesmen. Okay, so this trend could be further analyzed according to our respective branches. Okay, from our most profitable branch, which is Bangsa, our salesmen managed to get a high number of total commissions amounting to 20,386 ringgit 70 cents. And from this figure, Nurin, our salesman Nurin, had the highest amount with 35.45%, which is by 7,226 ringgit 50 cents. Fadil with 35% of 7,134 ringgit 24 cents, and with Putri with only 29.55% of the 6,025 ringgit and 96 cents. The commissions earned are from 20% of the total sales, meaning that each salesman can obtain 20% of their total sales that they have achieved. Okay, so by looking through this, higher sales can contribute to a higher sales commissions paid to our salesman. Okay, so moreover, the commissions obtained can motivate them to work harder, as the commissions were not allocated equally, but still according to the sales made by them. Okay, so that is all from me.
Next, I will proceed with the analysis of our branches' sales and profit. As explained before, our total sales varied month by month throughout the year of 2021. Thus, we concluded that our total sales were highly contributed by 20.75% from the branch in Bangsar, with 101,933 ringgit and 50 cent. Our headquarters branch, or HQ in Puchong, also held around 20.36% out of the total sales with 100,048 ringgit. Both of our branches in Selangor, namely Ampang and Bandar Baru Bangi, were also doing well with 20.15% or 98,971 ringgit and 60 cent, and 20.11% with 98,850 cent respectively. Last but not least, our branch in Shah Alam took the last place with only 18.62% or 91,469 ringgit and 30 cent. As we got the number of total sales by branch at the end of the year, we reduced it against necessary cost of sales, expenses, and also commissions paid to our salesmen, so we could have the total profit. As expected, our branch in Bangsar was the most profitable by 20.75% or 40,772 ringgit and 55 cent. This is then followed by our HQ branch in Puchong with 20.37% or 40,017 ringgit and 70 cent. Both of our Ampang and Bandar Baru Bangi branches were also doing great with 20.15% or 39,587 ringgit and 70 cent, and 20.11% or 39,590 ringgit and 15 cent respectively. Nevertheless, our Shah Alam branch made the least of the profit with only 18.62% or 36,586 ringgit and 85 cent. From the results shown from the charts, there were many factors that affected all of our branch sales and profits. The main one was because of the geographical areas. Both of our Bangsar and Puchong branches had been in the most strategic locations in Kuala Lumpur and Selangor respectively. We realized that Bangsar had the best target market among all of the branches, in which most of the elite type customers were there to keep on ordering and purchasing our products again and again. Same goes for the Puchong area, in which the first location of our branch. We had so many regular customers in Puchong since the first day we opened the first branch. We could say that we were able to fully gain their trust, so we kept on maintaining that through quality in our products and services. Even in the pandemic situation, our customers were still eager to come and do shopping in both of these branches. As for both of our branches in Ampang and Bandar Baru Bangi, which also showed great potential, because the locations were reachable by the customers, we had plenty of compliments from customers saying that it was convenient for them to come and do shopping at our stores, since there were many facilities provided, such as open space parking. The branches were near to the rail stations such as LRTs and MRTs, and many more. These factors indirectly helped us to get more sales from our customers, since they were interested to keep on coming to our store. Our last branch that took place in Shah Alam had been in a slow pace, since it was the newest one that we opened. We were quite struggling since we were also dealing with internal issues, such as manpower, so we had fewer staff to manage the store. At the same time, we had to pay more attention studying the target market in Shah Alam, so that we could attract more new customers there. We were quite lucky, as our location in Shah Alam was also near to other areas such as Kelang, so we eventually were able to get more sales from various locations of customers. Since the pandemic, our branches had to struggle even more, when there were times that we had to close the stores almost for 2 months regarding to the Movement Control Order or MCO. Thanks to the technology nowadays, our customers could keep in contact with us, as they could still get our highly demanding products throughout the website. We had our salesmen conducting and handling sales online, then we had it delivered to our customers as soon as possible. This helped us to survive even through the hard times, and we were proud to say that none of our branches had to shut down in this pandemic situation. That was why, even though our graph drastically fell down from the month of May to June, all of our branches were still able to get back on track and gain much sales and profits starting in July.
So right now, I will continue explain of our company dashboard. So from the dashboard, I will explain the product quantity and also the total sales by gender. So for the product quantity chart here, we have plot this chart based on our product categories. So from the product quantity chart here, we want to know and analyze our product quantity sold for the year 2021. So from the chart here, we can see that the vase has the highest product quantity sold for the year 2021. And for the lowest product quantity sold is table lamp. And then I will run a few analysis based on this product quantity chart. The analysis is we want to know the product quantity sold based on the age group. So the age group come from our customer. So we have divide our customer based on this age group. So the age group is 20 to 29, 30 to 39, and also 40 to 49 years old. So to analyze this analysis, we just simply click at the age group slicer. So for example, I will click at the 20 to 29 years old. So the chart is changing. So from the product quantity chart here, the highest quantity sold from this age group is the tray, and the lowest is table lamp. Next, I will click at the 40 to 49 years old age group. So from the chart here, we can see that the highest product quantity sold from this age group is plot and planters, and the lowest is pandan. After that, I will clear the filter, and next I will run the analysis for the product quantity based on salesman. So for the salesman, we want to know how many product quantity that the salesman sold for the year 2021. So for the salesman, I simply click any salesman that we want to analyze. So for example, I will click at the ideal. So from the product quantity chart here, we can analyze that ideal, the salesman has sold about 38 plots and planter for the year 2021, with his higher product quantity sold for ideal. And for the worst product quantity sold by ideal is the table lamp. Same goes for the other salesman. Just simply click at the slicer and the analysis will come out. So next, we will continue with the total sales by gender. So from this donut chart, we have plot this chart based on the gender of our customer. So from this chart, we want to know our total sales based on the customer from their gender. So from this chart, we can see that the total sales from the female customer is higher than total sales by the male customer. So to better understand this chart, so we will focus on the branch. So based on the branch slicer, I will click at the Ampang branch. So from the Ampang branch, we can see that the total sales at the Ampang branch is majority is from female customer. And then for the Bandar Baru Bangi, we can see also female customer is the highest total sale. And then for the Bangsa branch, we can see that the majority from the total sales of Bangsa branch, it come from the male customer. So same goes for the other branch. We just simply click at the slicer and the outcome will be shown at the chart. So that's all for me.